Well, we all know and love Vancouver to be a special place to live, but it's also one of the most expensive cities in the country. So how are we making sure that our residents, especially BC's oldest population, which is only increasing over the next decade, feel comfortable and confident living in this area? Well, that's exactly what we're discussing this morning with BC Housing's COO, Graham Leah. Good morning.
Good morning, Mona.
So, Graham, I'm excited to be talking to you today. We're actually on the grounds of a care home here in Chinatown. This center provides culturally appropriate care for its residents, and you guys have a similar, obviously, mantra and ethos over at BC Housing, making sure that everyone has a safe place to call home and a roof over their heads. So earlier this year, we talked about the SAFER program. Talk to us a little bit about what the program is and how it's done over this last year.
Yeah, BC seniors really want to be able to live where they're living today and enjoy the communities in which they reside as long as they possibly can. The Shelter Aid for Elderly Renters is the program that allows them to do just that. It's a subsidy program that's available to seniors who are 60 and older, living on lower moderate incomes, to help them deal with the affordability challenges in their rent. We recently increased the income limits to $40,000, and that made it more accessible to more seniors across the province to try to help them with their rent payments.
Right, and the last time we spoke to you was earlier this summer when you had just expanded that eligibility. So what's been the impact of that change?
It's been terrific. Since spring, when the income limits went up, we saw a 40% increase in the number of applications for the program. We were able to qualify an additional 2,000 seniors for the program, and that brings the provincial total to around 26,000 seniors who are getting help with their rent to help make things more affordable.
It's pretty incredible. From your work, working with BC's seniors and BC Housing, tell me a little bit about some of the financial implications that you've seen from this change.
Yeah, the program itself, it depends on everyone's kind of income situation and their rent situation, but seniors can get as much as $650 of monthly cash contributions to help them with the rent. The average senior enrolled in this program is getting about $330, and every dollar counts at this point with all the costs that seniors are facing in their household.
Absolutely. If folks are interested in the program, how can they apply and learn more?
Yeah, you can visit us at bchousing.org and look for the SAFER links. There's tools there to help seniors determine whether they're eligible for the program, give them a sense of how much they might qualify for, and the application's right there. But if there's any difficulty that senior applicants have with the online experience, they can reach out to us by phone or email, and BC Housing staff will be there to help them get through the process.
Wonderful. Graham, thanks so much for your time with us this morning. We're going to stick around, and coming up next hour, we're actually going to speak to a senior who's benefited from the SAFER program, hear her experience with it, so stick around for that. Good morning from Vancouver's Chinatown, where this morning we are shining a light on an important topic: housing for our seniors. We know that BC has an aging population, and that number will only increase over the next decade. So what are we doing to take care of our province's most vulnerable? We are sitting down this morning with Christina to talk a little bit about the Shelter Aid for Elderly Renters program. Now, Christina, you are a beneficiary of that program. Tell us a little bit about it and how it's helped with your lifestyle.
Hello, Mona.
Hi.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes,
thank
thank you
so much for having me.
Of course.
I've been introduced to this program a long time ago, and the program is very helpful for me.
Yeah. It's a form of income assistance, so certain Vancouver seniors who make $40,000 or less are eligible for the program. It helps with, a few $100s a month. How has that made an impact in your life?
That was a lifesaver for me. I was struggling financially at that time, and the groceries were awful. Not too much, and the rent. Basically, these are the important things, and the bills, of course. But now I'm much better, and I can decently do groceries, and I pay the rent without any struggle.
Absolutely, and that's so important. Now, obviously, we know that the cost of living has only gone up in Vancouver, in BC in general. So what would you say to any seniors out there who might also find themselves in a situation where they might be struggling and not making ends meet month to month?
Not to wait a minute and apply for this program. No, not many people know about it, but when I found about it was wonderful for me, for my expenses.
Absolutely. Obviously, people can head online to find out about the eligibility for the program and to find out more about BC Housing's services for seniors. This is the Shelter Aid for Elderly Renters program. They've just expanded the eligibility this year. So head online right now to find out the requirements and see if you're eligible to apply. You can do that over on the website on your screen. And Christina, I want to say thank you so much for your time with us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Well, all morning we have been in the heart of Vancouver's Chinatown learning about some of the affordable housing options available for BC's oldest residents. Obviously, we know this as a city that we love, but it's also one of the most expensive in the country. So how are we taking care of our oldest population? And this morning we are speaking with Queenie Chu, who is the CEO of Success. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. I mean, you've built a beautiful community here in the heart of Chinatown, providing affordable housing to some of our most vulnerable. So you guys work with BC Housing, and most recently, you've seen the implementation of the SAFER program expanding its eligibility. What have been some of the impacts that you've seen in the residents living in your community?
Absolutely. Working with BC Housing, the partnership is so meaningful to us. BC Housing provides the foundation, literally, and Success actually been providing. Building on that is with the culturally appropriate services, community connections, as well as wellness programs.
Yeah.
It's about creating an environment where seniors feel safe and respected, and they feel like they're supported.
Absolutely, yeah. Earlier this morning, we were outside the Simon K.Y. Lee Care Home, where seniors there kind of get that one-to-one care that they might need in their later years of life. Talk to us a little bit about what you've been hearing from the seniors who have been using the SAFER program.
Absolutely. I've heard from seniors that they feel they're more financially secure, and also the fact that with the rent support from SAFER, they are able to afford essential programs or essential things like groceries, medications, and even social outings where they are able to connect with their friends, the community. This is not just about housing. This is about, connecting with the community. This is about the quality of life and dignity of seniors. And I've heard from seniors, one tenant was telling me, eventually they have a peace of mind, knowing that the rent is manageable.
Absolutely. I mean, it's incredible to think those few extra $100 a month really goes a long way in the lives of seniors who might not be able to continue working or living off their pension. What would you say to anyone out there who might be considering applying for a program like SAFER or reaching out to BC Housing and or Success in their later years?
Well, absolutely. I would encourage anyone to apply for the SAFER program, provided that they are eligible for it. And it is an incredible, rewarding program, especially for seniors who otherwise would not be able to afford a place called home. Many seniors have worked hard their whole lives. It is very, very important that we're able to support them. They also be able to afford a place called home. And this is very important for us. And this is why we do what this work is all about.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for all the incredible work that you and everyone here at Success does. So thank you for having us this morning, Queenie. And if you want to find out more about the SAFER program, the eligibility, their requirements, you can head online to the website you see on your screen.